There will be two types of factories by 2032, you say? There will be the existing one, because we are not just wiping out the existing factories. They will evolve and they will integrate where they can all this Industry 4.0 new tools, new way of working, like wearable things, like the connectors, the Internet of Things. So there will be an evolution in this side where it will improve. And for the totally new factory, the one we will build in 2030, it exists already in some other industry, but for us it will be good if we can have what we call those no-light factory, where there is no human being in the manufacturing side. There will be almost no infrastructure, no pipes around, no. What about if all the machines, they were wireless machines, so where the shop floor can be modified and adapted to the different production you need. So this is something that we think we can lead to.
When it comes to people really being a part of innovating on the shop floor, I think that is very much connected to collaborative robots. We have the platforms today in place, and now by 2030 those will be then mainstream, so that people that is out and doing more handcraft job can take their skills and implement and integrate them into the robot knowledge. Absolutely, I see that as well. I also see that in the mass manufacturing side that we will have more of a lights out thing, and that's based upon mobility. We will then have, today we have the technology in place, but then that will also be mainstream. That means robots will navigate themselves around in the manufacturing process. Logistics will be all integrated into the overall manufacturing systems.
To summarize it into three main topics, I think is everything we have discussed around digitalization. So the whole Internet of Things, or services and people as we call it in our company, having things connected. I think collaboration, which has been mentioned, I think we will see humans together with machines, together with robots in a greater magnitude. And I think simplification need to come to the industry as well. That means everything around how you use equipment, how you install, how you maintain. So for me, digitalization, collaboration and simplification will be three important words of the factory of 2030.
People are the producer and also the consumer. They are coming together. That means in home, maybe a small factory, such as a 3D printer, we can in home to produce something. And finally, I imagine maybe the new manufacture mode or method will appear. For example, the bio manufacture, nano manufacture.
Probably digitalization could be more advanced process. And the key, again, so I want to say, so some mobility idea is very significant. So to keep the much small volume and many kinds production way. And also in case of the Boeing, huge material. Stationary robotics, stationary automation that is not effective. Yeah. So mobility is very important.
But I think the tendency will be that more and more manufacturing will be moved more and more locally and mixed with people to a very large degree, basically to regain some of the value that has been lost over the last 4 industrial revolutions. So in the good old days when you got a table at home, you knew the tree where it had standed, the carpenter knew your family, they knew who you were, where it would stand in your living room, and it was a very personal product. And I believe people really value this kind of personal products a lot. And because the world will be richer due to all these robots we're going to get, there will be more, you can say, room to afford these kind of things. And this is actually what will be driving customers' buying patterns, I think, in the future. And therefore, manufacturing needs to be local, and it needs to be mixed between process experts, material people, designers, and maybe even the customers themselves, part of the manufacturing process.